All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Matthew here for another video on my podcast, Cannabis Consciousness Conspiracy. And obviously, this is going to cover the coronavirus pandemic situation. If you haven't seen the video of these two doctors from Bakersfield, let's see, I believe it's Dan Erickson and Artin Masihi from Accelerated Urgent Care. This has gone viral. And what they're saying is, let's follow the science. Let's follow the science of these data in regards to the coronavirus. And I just want to bring you guys this because this is what you're going to be seeing now. The establishment is not happy about these guys going viral. And I just want to give these guys, I just wish I had a USA flag, American flag to put on these guys right here on their scrubs, because these are the kind of people that we need in the society right now that are going to stand up to these establishment folks that are pushing their own narrative. These guys say, look, we're looking at the data and we're going to go by the science, no politics. Let's talk about it. But as you're going to see by this article here from the Mercury News, I believe the Mercury News is it's out of the San Fran, I believe, Bay Area. Is that right? We're going to look into that. But check this out. This is definitely a hit piece. This is what you're going to call a hit piece in the mainstream media. These guys, and you're going to see, I'm going to show you some more in this article. We're going to go through it and show you why it's a hit piece and why they're using sensationalism to frame these guys as conspiracy theorists. They're framing these guys as right-wing conspiracy theorists. And they're becoming kind of heroes on social media because they have their video is about 2 hours long, and you need to take a look at it. I'll link it down in the description here today in this video. And if you read this, these guys are getting... Mercury News just talks the worst about them. They dressed in scrubs, they sounded scientific, and last week's message from two Bakersfield doctors was exactly what many stuck-at-home Americans wanted to hear, that COVID-19 is no worse than the flu, its death rates are low, and we should all go back to work and school. What do you think? You guys let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Do you agree with that, or do you disagree with that? Is the death rate just no worse than the flu? Should we all go back to work and school? Should we open up, or should we all stay locked down until we have that global vaccine that Bill Gates wants us to have? So they own urgent care centers in the region, and they called a press conference to release their conclusions about the results of over 5,000 tests that they had conducted at their centers and testing sites. And they claimed the results showed that the virus had spread further in the area undetected, and this wasn't all that dangerous. What do you guys think? Do you think this virus was already out and that we just didn't know it because... we just didn't know, and we were looking at it as a flu? In my own personal world, and the people that I know around me where I am, retrospectively, I would say more than half the people that I know between December and January had a very severe flu with fever and cough. And I have a friend that's a diabetic that spent New Year's Eve in ICU with pneumonia. I know a lot of people that had a strange illness in December and January, and I think that this flu is, it could have been with us long before. And considering 70 to 80% of is asymptomatic, and that's not a conspiracy, that's a confirmed fact. The majority of people that get this stuff are asymptomatic. And as this virus evolves and mutates as it spreads, I think it's getting weaker and weaker. So let's continue in this article. But public health experts were quick to debunk the doctor's findings as misguided and riddled with statistical errors, and an example of the kind of misleading information they are forced to waste precious time disputing. Now, I'm going to go through this article, and you're going to see all this sensational terminology and words that they're using. And they don't use data, they don't use science to refute what the doctors are saying. They use hyperbole and these types of terminologies. The doctors should have never assumed that the patients they tested who came for walk-in COVID-19 tests, who saw urgent care for symptoms they experienced in the middle of a pandemic, as representative of the general population. This comes from University of Washington biologist who specializes in infectious disease modeling, because we know our models for this disease were so accurate coming into this. He says that what the doctors present is the same as estimating the average height of Americans from the players on an NBA court. How I would like to know how testing over 5,000 random individuals from their area is the same as measuring NBA players and saying this is the average height of U.S. citizens. That's not an accurate analogy. It's just not. I mean, come on. And most credible studies of COVID-19 death rates in reality are far higher than the ones the doctors presented. Most credible studies of the death rates in reality are far higher than presented. Is that true? Because it just came out as well that Pennsylvania coroners have stepped forward and said these numbers aren't adding up, forcing the Pennsylvania to remove death, and they're counting people without even testing them. They counted them as death rates, and that's going on in New York City too, without even counting them. And even if you died with COVID but not from COVID, you're counted. That means, like, if you died from a heart attack, if you test positive for coronavirus and you died from coronavirus. But furthermore, even if you didn't get tested positive, even if you had no test whatsoever, Pennsylvania has been revealed, it's been showed that they were adding you to as you died from COVID, even if it wasn't even tested. So, most credible studies of COVID-19 death rates in reality are far higher than the ones the doctor presented. Is that true? Or is that trying to control the narrative? You guys tell me. Let me know what you think. They've used, here we go again with this sensationalism. They've used methods that are ludicrous to get results that are implausible. Implausible. And if you watch the video, they're going, every other word they're saying, look, we're just looking at the science. And if that's how we're supposed to respond to this pandemic, we just need to look at science. And they just go through the science, they go through their data. They use the data from the CDC, the WHO. They use their own testing data of over 5,000 people from their area. And it's not like getting the average height of the United States citizen by measuring the height of NBA players. That's not an accurate analogy. These guys, the Mercury News, you guys are fake news. Fake news. I'm going to call you fake news. You're fake. I'm sorry. It just makes me angry when I'm tired of seeing the people being lied to about these things, and it's so obvious, it's so blatant, and it's getting harder for them to cover the lies and to keep you guys asleep and blindfolded. It's time to wake up. I'm showing you guys. Look at this shit, man. Let's keep going through here. Elon Musk, Elon Musk shared the video here. They have it in this article. Docs make good points. And let's see what they say. Of course, they say that the American College of Emergency Physicians and the American Academy of Emergency Medicine declared that they condemn the recent opinions released by Dr. Daniel Erickson and Dr. Artin Messi. These reckless and untested musings do not speak for medical societies and are inconsistent with current science and epidemiology regarding COVID-19. So they're calling, this is a smear campaign, this is a hit piece. You have the American College of Emergency Physicians and the American Academy of Emergency Medicine. You know what these guys are? These are thugs. This is your mafia right here. These are the gatekeepers. Now, I'm not saying that there's not authentic, real people doing good work in these organizations. I'm saying that any institution is corruptible and can be controlled from the top down. This is their official narrative. And this is, you guys are going to find out, it's not just media. It's academia. It's especially archaeology and the understanding of our history. You know who write our history books? The winners of the wars. Pay attention. It's time to wake up, folks. It's time to wake up. This is it. We're waking up. More and more people are going to see through the veil. More and more people are going to realize the lies, the gaslighting, everything that we've been lied about, man. It's shit's going to come to light, I'm telling you. This is the dam is breaking. Let's continue reading this article. What do they say? I saw this article and I had to make a video about it because this is so blatantly a hit piece. Like, it's so clear. Like, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think? Do you agree with the Bakersfield doctors? Are you on the Bakersfield doctor side, or are you guys on the Mercury News and the mainstream media side here that are debunking? These guys are getting debunked. Oh, misinformation thrives in a pandemic, and public health officials in California and elsewhere just can't keep up with all the misinformation. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. That's why it's more important than ever for you guys to open up your eyes and be able to discern what is true and what is not true, what might hold pieces of truth and what might hold pieces of false information. This is all mixed up together, and nobody has all the dots. Nobody has all the answers. We're just trying to figure out this all together. And thank Thank God that we have the internet to be able to communicate freely with each other. And if we did not, this would be squashed so much easier. It would be so easy for them to control the narrative more. There are a lot of people that will take this at face value and, oh, well, they got debunked. They're not true. They're not the real scientists. Here is Dr. Rob, a video making the rounds in the right wing media. Videos making the rounds in right-wing media pushes a dangerous plan to reopen the economy. It features two owners of urgent care centers and is an assault on good science. They'll be on Laura Ingram's show on Fox News tonight. Here's why. It must be debunked. Nobody's using science to debunk these guys, all right? They're using hyperbole and sensationalism. They want you to be afraid. They don't want you to wake up. This is so obvious, you guys. So I just want to show you this. I'll put the link in the article below. You guys go find this video, watch it, listen to what they have to say, and let me know what you think. I just want to put a little American flag right there on these guys because they deserve it. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.